Well, hey there. It's Bill from Playtesters. This intro is going to be just a little different than previous ones. You see, I made a one-pager TTRPG, and in this session, we're about to test it out. Yes, my silly little one-pager TTRPG is going to get played for the first time. It's called Toys Must Escape, and it is available for download on itch.io. So get comfy, lock in, and listen to Toys Must Escape. All right, so a percentage of the playtesters are here. Two actually are unable to make it for different reasons. Neither of which we shall reveal on the recording, because it's really nobody else's business but their own. So, anyway, so we're gonna actually do something of like legit something of what our namesake is, and we're going to play test a game. This game is a one-pager that I created called The Toys Must Escape. It is meant to be a fairly quick pick up and play, and so let us see if the play testers can pick this up and play it. So let me give the brief elevator pitch that is at the top of this PDF, available on itch.io for the low price of pay what you want, which could be anywhere from free to however much money you decide you want to donate to this fine, upstanding, creative soul. Anyway, so you're a toy. You live as a captive in a beautiful home in the suburbs. You get experimented on by a twin brother and sister, Max and Mona. Mona likes to punish the toys, and Max likes to enhance and upgrade them. So your mission is to escape the house. So what we're going to do is we're going to essentially set the stage here of the general area and look and feel of the house itself. So when we talk about size of this house, and I'm just going to randomly pick people to kind of answer these questions here. So Meg, how big is this house? Would you say is it like a ranch? Is it a mansion? Is it a like split level? Like what are we talking about? What kind of house are we are we in?
Let's go with like the quintessential 80s, early 90s split level, where when you walk in the front door, there's a staircase that goes down into the finished basement, which is where all the kids hang out, and then upstairs to like a family room, kitchen,
Okay.
small dining area. Yeah.
Got it. So we've got a basement. And then on the first floor, you said we've got a living room, dining room, kitchen?
Yeah, like living room, small little dining area that probably just fits a dining table that'll seat what, like six maybe? And then the kitchen. Yeah.
All right, great. And then so assuming then there's probably an upstairs area, right, of like maybe 5 or 6 steps at the most, right, being that split level vibe. Ben, how many bedrooms and bathrooms on that floor?
Let's say for upstairs, let's do 3 bedrooms, 1 bath.
Okay. All right, great. Perfect. And then if we were playing this in person, there would actually be like a piece of paper. We'd like doodle out a quick map to sort of allow for like a representation of the space, so you get a little bit of a visual, right? But I think everybody can make up in their brain some sort of version of a split level house that represents that whole late 80s, early 90s sitcom vibe, or family drama / dramedy. Any of those things would apply, I think. So then, Eric, what room so you guys are all going to be toys. What room are you in currently? Are you in a bedroom? Are you in the living room that you just like the kids just left the toys sitting out? Like where are the toys? Which room?
The bathroom.
I just had a feeling you were going to say
What?
that.
Bathtub toys.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can't
All
be the
right.
only person to drown their GI Joes in a fit of frustration.
Oh, not at all.
Fair.
100%. Yes. Agreed.
Ben's face
Agreed.
there.
All right. Okay, so the toys are all starting in the bathroom. So, let us start with before we even determine what toy you are, what we're going to do is we're going to talk about how many punishments and how many enhancements you already have, because your existing toys that are owned by Max and Mona, right? So you're already going to have some modifications done to you. So everybody can roll a d4 and either roll a d2 or flip a coin. Heads is 1, tails is 2. And you can tell me individually what your total of punishments and enhancements are that you have. And anybody, whoever's ready, can go first.
I got a 4 on the D4 and a 1.
Gotcha. Okay.
Got a 1 and a 1.
Ooh, nice.
I got a 4, and then I got a 2.
All right.
I got a 3 and a 2.
Nice. Okay. So now for the fun part before we dole out the punishments and enhancements, let's find out what kind of toy each one of you are. So for this you roll a d10. And then tell me what you roll.
Superhero action figure.
Wonderful. Love that.
I got a kids meal toy.
Perfect.
I got a stuffed animal.
Okay.
I also got a stuffed animal.
Okay, if you'd like, you can re-roll, or you can also be a stuffed animal. I will give you the choice.
I'll re-roll.
Sure.
That is 6. So toy accessory. Oh, even better.
Yeah. So you're like a car or like a horse or like something along those lines, right? Perfect. Yeah. So for the sake of I will say for the sake of like the just the overall aesthetic, all of you, it's going to be very reminiscent of that classic, which now there's a part 5 movie from the Mouse, where the toys you can actually communicate with each other. So you will be able to communicate with each other and talk through like your plans and things of that nature. Wonderful. So you've got your type of toy. So this is where it can get a little bit dicey. So on the punishments, so here's what's going to happen to make it easy. We'll have each of you roll on, based on the number of punishments you have. You'll roll a d6, and if you get doubles, feel free to get creative to figure out like how that would go. So for the punishments, you roll a d6, and then in the case of Ben and Meg, unfortunately, you're going to do that 4 times to determine how punished you are. Obviously, you only have one head. If your figure even has a head. So this is where it gets a little bit more individually creative, because you're thinking about like, hey, what actual toy am I, first of all, and then what monstrosity have I become after all these punishments, and then after punishments, then you do your enhancements to determine what cool shit you got, and then in turn state what those things are. So if you get a weapon, did you get a really cool laser gun or a bow or a hammer or a club or whatever you want to make up? Like it's pretty open ended in that regard. The enhancement, the last one, number 6, is an unbreakable part that you can, that will never, like that's one part that if you roll a 6, like that's a part that's never going to receive any damage, even if you rolled something that could. So like if you had an unbreakable head, you could still keep your head even if you rolled that. So if anybody knows what their more specifics on what their toy is, and then can go through their punishments and enhancements, I would love to hear it. If you need a moment, that's fine. We can cut the dead air out later.
Well, enhancements. I got an extra weapon and punishment missing limb.
Okay.
So I'm thinking an arm is missing and replaced
Okay.
with that extra weapon. Just kind of like jammed in there.
Nice. I like that. And what is that? What is that weapon?
Oh, let's do a plastic sword.
I love that.
Sword arm.
Love that. I know some of you other guys, you have a little bit more to work through.
Mhm. Yeah.
I am just like looking at this Frankenstein's monster like that I'm trying to create with this stuffed animal.
I can't wait to hear it.
Ben and I were just talking about Frankenstein earlier today too.
Yeah.
Just so funny.
Perfect. Side note, I don't know if you noticed, but a lot of the Frankenstein, like Halloween decoration Frankenstein things, are coming out that they have head bolts. Frankenstein didn't have head bolts. He had neck bolts.
Mm-hmm.
One of my coworkers is severely upset about this and thinks that is blasphemous. and it's seen a lot at Home Goods, and that Home Goods should pay for their crimes against Frankenstein's monster. So just throwing that out there. So Eric, do you know what actual superhero action figure you are?
Oh, let's go with like an old 1980s He-Man thing.
Hell yeah. I was hoping you would say that. I really was.
And just because it's fun, let's do Fisto. So he's got his normal fist, and then his other hand is the plastic sword that got welded to it. Or melted to it, I should say.
I love that so much. Love that so much. That's great. Fisto. That's perfect. Yes, I mean that guy, as you put in the Discord. Terrible. Yeah. Terrible. So terrible. Anybody else have theirs quite figured out yet? It's okay if you don't. Take your time.
Okay, so I'm gonna kind of workshop this out loud. So
yeah, sure.
I'm thinking like the back in the 80s, Happy Meals went through this phase of all the characters got cars. So some of them were the mascots from the restaurant. Some of them were movies, TV shows, et cetera, et cetera.
Yep.
So one of them has to be missing a limb. So I'm going to imagine that the one that I have is probably riding like a dirt bike or something like that. Missing a hand. An important part melted, like the back wheel is melted.
Okay.
Mismatched parts or broken or poorly fixed.
Okay.
Mismatched parts. Oh boy. Broken, I could say, is the other wheel, the front wheel of the
Okay.
dirt bike.
Okay.
That maybe is like cracked, but it's been filled with like Play-Doh.
Okay.
But it's not smooth, so it's bumpy, so it
Okay.
doesn't ride smooth.
Okay.
Mismatched parts. I guess maybe like the hat that was on top of the character driving the car is
Yeah.
actually the hat of another character whose car has been ultimately destroyed, and they just saved the hat from the other character.
No problem. Like rest in peace, other Happy Meal toy that got completely obliterated by too many punishments. Tracking.
Yeah.
Love that. Did you got at least one enhancement though, didn't you?
Oh yeah. My enhancement was an improved part swap.
Okay.
I don't know what else to friggin' swap on the thing. If it's a dirt bike.
So what if you found a different way to actually make yourself mobile?
Different way to be mobile, like instead of the wheels, I've got like a.
Because if you got these busted ass wheels on you.
Yeah,
right?
what are the little finger skateboard things called?
Tech deck.
Yeah. Like having a sled, like a tech deck instead of the wheels on, like maybe super glued onto it.
It's like broken melted wheels super glued onto a tech
onto
deck.
the tech deck. Yeah. Does that work?
Yes, that's great. I love that so much. I love that. That's hilarious. Does that sum you up then?
Yeah, that's everything. I think that's enough.
That's fair. That's fair. All right. Whoever's ready to go next, feel free.
I can share what I've figured out so far.
Go for it.
So for the toy accessory, what I was kind of thinking was we have a lot of Legos in the house. So like the little like side pet you can put with your Lego figurines. That's usually like one piece.
Okay. All right. Okay.
That.
Are we talking like maybe Duplo, like a Duplo Lego animal that's like really simple and big blocks kind of thing?
Yep.
Okay. All right.
So I was thinking they were a pony, like a little pretty pony with a saddle.
Okay.
Let's see. So their punishments are they have a missing part.
Okay.
So it'd be really sad if they didn't have their tail.
Oh,
okay.
They don't have their pretty, like they have their mane, but they don't have their tail.
Yeah. So missing a tail. Got it.
Yep.
Love it.
I also got melted part. So I was thinking like the connector bit where you could get them on like the play mats.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so they wouldn't fit onto it. Right. And then I had 3 of them because that was the D4, right?
Yeah.
So the other one was a swapped head.
Nice.
The first thing that came to my mind was a frog.
Okay. So like a plastic frog head.
Yeah.
Okay. And then you have 2 enhancements though.
Yes. I got the unbreakable part.
Yeah.
And then a weapon.
Okay.
So I thought their unbreakable part could be like a saddle.
Okay. Sounds good. So and whatever happens, this saddle cannot be damaged, changed, or modified in any way.
Okay.
It can be enhanced positively, but it can't be destroyed.
Okay, cool.
And then you said weapon. What's your weapon?
I wasn't sure. What would a frog horse have as a weapon?
Frog horse.
His tongue,
Their
yeah.
tongue.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's fair.
There you go.
That's fair. Yeah.
Yeah. Like a tongue whip.
Yeah.
Perfect. Ben, are you ready to share your monstrosity?
Yeah. I'm a little freaked out by it. So,
Perfect.
okay. So I have a stuffed frog plushie. Um, and the punishments are so the important part melted. I want to have like the voice box. So whenever when you press into it, you just hear like just it is not good.
Love it.
So,
Love
but
it.
it's like in my head, I'm not gonna say I'm gonna do the voice the whole time for it, but
Yeah.
maybe that's the way it actually talks. So it's like someone has to like press into me and it's like just like that kind of thing. But then I have a missing limb, so I'm just gonna say one of my little frog legs, and I'm gonna think like this stuffed frog, just like it's just this huge, gigantic, like oval frog with tiny little frog limbs. But so one of them's gone, and then I have let's see, a mismatched parts. So the other leg is replaced with a girl doll leg. Um, and then it has no head, so the head was just completely like just ripped off. So I thought like the replacement for it would be someone just like stitched the like have you ever seen like the two X mark for like a dead face and then like the frowning
Yeah.
face with the
No.
tongue?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what it was replaced with. And then for the enhancements, I have two. So I thought for the extra weapon, maybe I could have like the bottom half of like a RC car, but without the batteries. So it's just like
Okay.
so wait for it. So the second one is the extra part. So I thought, oh, if I have an extra part, maybe it's like a stitched on like um I'm trying to think, but just like this plastic, really big doll arms. So I'm just like you just have in the back like almost like a tail. It's just like moving, like pushing this like monstrosity of a dog or not, like a frog car just like forward. So yeah, that's
Awesome.
the weird monstrosity I made.
Awesome. That's great. That's wonderfully terrible. I love that for you. You guys are completely mutated. So, you are in. So we're just gonna jump right in, and then we can talk through like how the actions section will work. So essentially, what the deal is that, and this is where things can get a little bit dicey, especially for those um, that do not have a like if your punishments and your enhancements are like if your punishments are weighted pretty heavy one direction over the other. Um, so the goal is to successfully escape and get out with less than 6 punishments. So for many of you, there's some that have 4, you got 2 left. And then you will not make it out. And then we will talk about the story of your toy's demise. If you do make it out, we get to talk about your toy's happy ending, and that'll be great. But on the plus side, so anything that you roll for actions if your toy could not do it with ease. So based on whatever like limitations and stuff you have will determine if you need to roll to accomplish your action. It's really so 1 is a really bad fail, 2 to 4 is just a fail, 5 is a success, 6 is a success with a bonus. What's handy though is the fact that with the modifiers, you can actually roll additional d6 to up your chances of rolling a success. Okay, so you get plus 1d6 for each enhancement that you have, as well as plus 1d6 for any weapon enhancements that you might have, and that can stack. So you can have you can have 2 enhancements, and then you can have an additional one if it's a weapon. And then in regards to punishments, for every 2 punishments, it's a minus 1d6. Okay. So like For those that have 4 punishments, you're already at -2, but then you have 2 enhancements, and if either of you have a weapon, that could be 3. So then that could mean you either zero out and roll 1d6, or you have 1 extra d6 to roll. That'll matter when we get to that point of actions to take, but we can talk through. It'll be easy to talk through, like, whether or not it's something you could actually feasibly do, because your toys, it's made up, it's fantasy. You're technically able to be mobile and move around and do things, so long as, like, you don't have melted wheels without a tech deck. Right now you have a tech deck, so you're mobile, so that's great for you. So we are going to start by setting the stage of you are in you're in the bathroom, and Max and Mona are they're I would say they're probably tweens, of tween age, right? So I think it's safe to say that Mona just finished bath time, and she was playing with all of you toys, and then when she was done, she violently threw you out of the tub and said, I'll see you stupid toys later. And she puts her pink bathrobe on, and has her hair wrapped up in a towel, as and she leaves the bathroom, does not close the door all the way. The light is still on, because kids don't turn off lights. They don't care. And so you are now alone in this bathroom, and you're going to make a plan to escape the bathroom and start to make your way out of the house. You can get out of the house. You can go out through the front door. If you can figure, you come up with a plan to do that. You can go out through the basement. You can go out through a window. That's all open to your interpretation. So I will leave that up to you as a group to make that determination, but let me at least set the environment so you can kind of get the image in your head. So this is a pretty traditional, like, bathroom, setting in, like, probably the late 80s, early 90s. So there is a ton of tile in this bathroom, and more than just around the tub. The bathroom was recently remodeled, though, so it does have a nice new overlaid, like, tub set into whatever the old tub was underneath it. And they put new tile up, and the mold and mildew has not come back yet in the new bathroom layout, which is kind of nice. There is a bathroom fan and light, separate switches. There is a small single sink vanity, medicine cabinet with a mirror, pretty standard toilet. Next to it, there is a stack of random different magazines, car magazines, like Family Circle, Good Housekeeping, stuff like that. Sports Illustrated on a little side table that's next to the toilet, because pre looking at phones, it was either you bring a magazine in or you're reading the back of a shampoo bottle. So that's kind of sitting off to the side. There's a bath mat that's seen better days in front of the tub. And there's a I would say, like, not necessarily full size, but bathroom size window. Bottom window is frosted out so people can't see in, because the neighbors are very close, because this isn't like a development. And there is a vent type window as well that's closer to the shower. So that's what you see in this room. And we will kind of we'll pick up where essentially you guys have been talking about wanting to get the hell out of here for quite some time. Like, this is no way a toy should live. And you believe that out there somewhere, there's a little kid that really wants to play with you and not hurt you and have fun adventures with you. You want to experience that. So we're going to pick up with all of you have, like, she's out of the room, so all of you can actually, like, interact with each other and your environment, and we will pick up there. All of you were in the tub, so you're all a little bit wet still, and that's where we're gonna start. So, however you guys want to interact with each other and figure out your next steps, go for it.
Birdie, who is the name that I'm giving my character, is I imagine that she's going to try and right herself after being tossed willy-nilly in the bathroom and try and roll over to, like, is there one of those crochet covers on the Kleenex box or something like that? Something
there is
like,
now.
Dry, yeah. Something
you tell me.
Dry yourself.
This is a group creative thing here. Like, you'll get bonus points for being creative in this here. I just set the initial stage. This is meant to be a group effort. So yes, there is absolutely a crocheted tissue box cover.
Yeah, she'll like wheel herself over there and kind of, using her one remaining hand, just kind of like pull on the crochet box a little bit to wipe her eyes off. Just kind of turn around and look and see where everybody else goes, and says, "This kid's going to turn me into a surfing dirt bike rider pretty soon. She's going to take my other wheels off. We got to get out of this place."
I'm going to wiggle my sword arm and be like, yeah, I don't even have both my arms anymore. At least they didn't take my fister. They took my other arm.
Yeah, she already took one of mine, fisters. Can't afford to lose the other one.
Right? Got to be able to fist stuff.
Yeah.
All right, well, how are we going to do this? Out the window? Through the front door? I mean...
Did she close the bathroom door behind her when she left? No. Okay.
What kind of a jar?
It's open a crack.
Mm.
I would say I'm just gonna call him Froggy because I can't think of anything else. But you just see the doll hand in the back of like this little sloshy, wet, heavy, stuffed frog. Just point at the point at the door.
Okay. So no voice yet coming from Froggy, huh?
Well, no one's pressed him.
Okay.
So unless someone presses him, I have to figure out ways to communicate what I need.
I love this challenge you've given yourself.
Yes.
Do we know this?
Yeah.
Okay, what was your character's name again?
Froggy.
Groggy?
No, Froggy.
Froggy. Okay, well, I'm going to go give Froggy a good fisting so he can talk. Hey, why Fisto?
Okay.
You knew there were going to be so many bad puns.
I'm so here for it. This is wonderful. It's great.
Speak.
Oh my gosh.
Croak.
Speak.
I'm so trying to get this. You just hear us
doing the jamming him in the speak box.
You finally, after a few good fistings, you finally hit the box. You hear him just go, "Oh, thank you. Well, maybe we should go to the door."
Speak better.
Oh no, I can't.
Oh, this is gonna be hard.
All right, does anybody speak whatever this thing just spoke?
Frog horse, I've decided we'll call Pog.
Love it.
They're just kind of like stretching and like rolling around on the bath mat and give like a yawn with their tongue like extending, and kind of looks over, and I feel I could at least interpret half, maybe. I mean, I have parts. And then just kind of stare at the box.
You just see
That's strange.
my wet. No, I didn't mean to just stop. Okay, I'm gonna move on.
No,
so
you're good. You're good.
Okay,
Seriously, keep going.
so this is like this sloshy. I don't know how to get past this. This sloshy, um, the stuffed animal. You just see it just go.
Waterlogged.
Yeah,
stuffed
water.
animal.
Yeah, thank you. You got me out of
got
it.
it.
So you just see
All
it just
good.
go. Just. Someone else take over.
I'll go
Where is he?
I think it drowned. And then start walking away.
Yeah, so you can hear like you can hear a little bit of activity noises like down at the end of the hall by where the twins' respective bedrooms are. And it's like muted noise in the background. So you feel, based on your experiences so far, in being in this torturous house, and you know that your tormentors are in their rooms doing other things, and so you're thinking, you can assess that you could probably get out into the hallway with nobody being any the wiser, so long as you're taking actions that are things that your toys could do. It's like, feasibly you could just walk or slush yourselves right out of there, and sneak out. Just a little tidbit. You could try stacking yourselves and try to work towards getting out a window. That will require rolls to do so.
Let's test out the system and try that.
Which
Maybe,
one?
like the last one, maybe we stack ourselves these wet toys.
Okay.
Yeah. Maybe.
Wait, what floor are we on? We're on the top.
You're on the second. You're on the second. Yeah, you're on the second floor. But I mean, you're also a toy.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, exactly. I'm fine. No problem. So yeah, what do you guys thinking you want to do?
Well, going out the window is
try?
probably not the smartest thing. We'll probably, some of us will break and lose more parts. So probably need to sneak out a door.
Anybody care to approach the door?
Yeah, I'm gonna
assess the
kind of
situation.
creep up to it and stick my head out and look around real quick.
Are we just going to say your name's Fisto, or do you want to give
I'm going to be literally the Fisto action figure from He-Man.
You got it. Fisto sees nothing. The only thing Fisto sees is the twins' doors closed with the respective drawings and posters and whatnot on the outside of each door that are very representative of their personalities. One being more of the destructive, just like a female Sid, right? Just destroying things and wrecking stuff. And then you have the other one that's he's more into the cybernetic enhancements and trying to make cool things happen, right? So the decor is representative on the outside of those doors. And then there's of course the parents' bedroom, and the parents are nowhere to be found, at least in the immediate vicinity. The hallway is totally clear. Their doors are closed. Lights are on because this is during daytime, but they are busy doing other things for right now.
Okay.
If you guys play your cards right, you may never even interact with them again.
Yeah, the coast looks clear, everybody.
I would say Froggy's right behind and pokes you in the back and just gives a thumbs up, and then the little two finger walking motion saying we should go.
Yeah, that little poke in the back makes his spring loaded arm kind of jiggle a little. All right. No. Who's the softest toy here? And I mean like material wise.
I think we all know.
Oh man.
That'd be Froggy.
Froggy.
It's
You
Froggy.
should like go up front.
And
Like sneaky stuff.
and you just see like this, like the front half of this stuffed animal just like try to look behind itself, the other way. Is just like, what, me? Kind of like reaction. And I just like, I'm like, okay, and you just see that just this like beaten down, scratched up, just dull arm from behind, just slowly, just creepily, very scared, just pushing itself just forward. I'm gonna try and go as slow as I can to not alert any humans.
Yeah, I would say I feel like general straightforward movement is an acceptable action that you can do with ease, even in this condition you are. So for now, I think it's fine to just get normal movement. Should not require an action roll to do that.
Cool.
So yeah, you can head out and lead the way out. As you walk out the doorway, what is the marching order actually then? If Froggy would be first, is Fisto behind Froggy then?
Yeah, I'll take up behind Froggy just in case he needs a good prodding.
Okay. What about then Birdie and Pog? Where would they be?
I think Pog would be at the end because Pog is like, I'm the sidekick because they're the accessories, so they'll just follow around.
You're looking for the main. You're looking for the main character kind of vibe.
Yeah, they're all auditioning for me.
That's good. That's crazy. That's maniacal. That's wonderful. And then I assume then so would Birdie be like in the middle then, like behind Fisto, next to like are you side saddled to somebody else, or are you kind of just like helping to create like a more single file kind of thing?
Yeah, just single file. So
Okay.
yeah, between Fisto and Pog.
Sounds good. So Froggy and then Fisto, you're the first to see that as you walk out into the hallway. The hallway is a very it's like it's a really like short carpeting, like not much of a shag to it. Really, really short, really tight, pretty worn down from all of the trudging back and forth of kids' feet upon the rug, as well as some of them is like they're sliding their feet instead of like lifting their feet and walking like a kid should, which they get yelled at all the time by their parents for doing. And so you see ahead of you that there is a small flight of stairs of approximately about five-ish stairs that will get you down to the living room. Now, as toys that have been in this house for a while, you know every room in the house. Okay, like the only room you don't really know what it looks like maybe is maybe like Froggy might be, as being a stuffy, might be the only one that would know what the parents' bedroom looked like, as maybe one of the kids could have dragged Froggy in there or dragged Froggy around and then like walked in to tell their parents something while still holding Froggy, right? So you might be the only one that would actually know what the parents' bedroom looks like, where everybody else would not. But otherwise, everybody knows what the other rooms in the house look like, as far as mapping out how you're going to leave. So you've come up to this staircase of 5 stairs. So how are you going to get down the stairs?
So the hand, like, how you do like a little hand puppet? Sometimes like you do make it look like it's talking, just like going like flapping. So it turns around to Fisto, and so it points at him and like points directly at Fisto and does a motion of like grab and throw and points back at Froggy.
So is that implying that you want to throw Fisto, or you want Fisto to throw you?
Yeah.
I want Fisto to throw me.
All right.
Because I'm a stuffed animal. What's gonna happen?
So if you remember the old like Fisto toy from back then, there was a spring in his big fisted arm, and if like he pulled his arm back, it did the whole thing.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna drag my fist on the ground to wind up the spring,
I'll be right
and
back.
just
Keep going.
let it go behind you.
Oh, good. Okay. So, as long as that,
The uppercut.
yeah. I'm not trying to be the DM, but if it does succeed, I'm gonna say I just do the comical like thump 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 like going down the stairs, just like this comical bounce.
So, if you think about the rolling for actions are when it's not something it's something that your toy could not do it with ease. So, consider with Fisto, considering that this was a standard feature of the Fisto action figure, right? That this is something that Fisto was built to do. Like that's his main purpose, is to fist and to do it well, right? So I think the question though remains is you probably like it was a button to push, right? On the back?
No. It was just a spring. Like you just pulled his arm back and it like spring loaded. When you let him go, it kind of just
right, fair. But then to that matter, like well, no, I guess since you already did it, I guess we could say that you could pull your own arm back. So
yeah, I was gonna put the fist on the ground, and drag it back.
So why not? Yeah.
Like,
I got
drag
you.
it back and then let it go.
Yep, trying to get some extra sort of oomph behind it, right?
Yeah, like those old cars that you pull them back and let them go. And
yeah, for sure.
Well, you want to pull it back extra far so it goes extra fast. Yeah.
As far as it goes until you hear that click noise where you think you might have just broken it, but you didn't quite break it yet.
Yep. So I'm pulling that fist all the way back
heck
to maximum
for maximum force. Wonderful. So you hear this. As Fisto's fist hits the back of Froggy, you hear this like the squishy sound because you're still wet, right? You have not dried off. Your stuffing inside of you is wet, so you're very heavy. You're very heavy stuffed frog, and you proceed to bounce bounce and then slide and then bounce and then slide down the stairs until you get to like the bottom stair, and you just sort of like ooze slide off that bottom stair, and you're on the floor in the living room by like the base of the stairs, right? And every spot where you landed on the step has a wet spot. You have you have successfully made it down the stairs. So one of you is down. What are the rest of you doing?
Well, can I just say
no need to roll any actions or anything.
Can I just say, since my face is completely like ripped off and like it has the stitch like to act like the dead face with the tongue out, so it's just like everyone just sees just face directly towards them, like looking up, it's just the dead face. And there's like a split second of like, is something bad happening? And then you just see the little doll hand just do a little thumbs up.
I was hoping you would do that right at the end. The I'm just picturing like this stuffed frog with no head and a random ass doll arm just sticking out of it.
Yeah,
like doing like in the hands doing like Cousin It stuff, the whole time.
Yeah,
or like the hand stuff, right? Just like going along.
Imagine that's where the tail would be. That's where the doll hand is. Yeah.
Cousin It was a fuzzy one, right? I think. I forget. I'm not an Addams Family lore guy. I just know what they look like. I was always more of a Munsters man myself. Anyway, okay, yeah. So Froggy's down. What are the rest of you doing? Talk amongst yourselves.
Anybody else want to ride down?
I got it. And Birdie has been launched off these stairs numerous times because she's got wheels. So do I need to roll to see if I hit those wet spots at all, or nah?
Part of me is like, well, since you asked,
Yeah.
Actually, I think yeah, you know what? Let's do it this way. Because I don't really think that that's so you can roll yourself down, right? Like
Mhm.
that's not anything out of the ordinary, I would
Mhm.
say.
Yeah.
So right, so like why don't you like roll a D2 or flip a coin?
Mhm.
Um and heads is 1, tails is 2,
Mhm.
and so tails will be that you do not get stuck.
Got it. 2.
Great. So you don't get stuck. You're fine.
Okay.
You slide around a little bit, you lose a little bit of traction at first, right? But like then it kind of looks like in close up, it looks really cool, like where it's like you're like almost like power drifting into these like wet spots a little bit as you're like and you're like almost like a skipping stone, skipping like
Right.
down the steps without much concern or problem. Plus you didn't try to do any tricks either, so you went pretty
Yeah.
standard, so that saved your ass from any potential problems. What about, so now we're looking at, we got Fisto and Pog just sitting at the top of the stairs.
We could try and launch Pog.
All right.
Fisto, your services are needed once again.
So I'm gonna lean down
double
and,
Fisto.
like, put the fist knuckles on the ground and just kind of drag it back and be like, all right, stand right in front of me.
Pog looks way too excited. Adventure.
And then when in position, letting go, and the arm is doing the arm thing.
Perfect.
All right. So yeah, why don't you describe, so we're gonna say the part that I'll describe up to is seeing like how Fisto connects with you to launch you through the air. Why don't you tell me about exactly how you're flying through the air towards the base of the stairs? How's that working out?
That works.
Yeah.
So since they're just that like side accessory toy, so I feel like they would be very stiff. So it's like just an arc, but they have that frog head. So their tongue is just like waving like in the wind.
Like behind it or something,
like a
right?
scarf.
Yeah, like around behind it as their stiff body like sails through the air.
That is great. I love that. Yeah, and as you hit the but now you said you're technically like a Lego, right?
Yeah. Yep. I think it was the bigger ones. What are they called again?
The Duplos, yeah.
Yeah, the Duplos.
Yeah, I'm gonna need you to give me a D2 or flip a coin. Tails, you don't like break apart. Heads or 1, you are broken apart in a couple pieces.
Okay. I got a 2.
Nice. So you are not broken apart, and you're like, oh. that could have been close. That could have been close. So, oh, Froggy. So, Fisto, you're the last one. You are up on top of the stairs all by yourself.
I'm gonna do the the very careful kind of like lean over to one stair, trying to hold myself with my one arm and fall and do that on the way down.
Okay. I don't necessarily see any reason why you couldn't do that.
Okay.
With ease. I mean, it's essentially like you're really just like slowly trying to climb your way down, and maybe if you fall, it doesn't mean anything more than just you have to work to get up and then fall to the next stair. It's not drawing any attention because they're each in their own room doing their own thing. So now you guys are in the living room, and you can see that there's more stairs heading down towards the basement. And you look to your left, and that's towards the kitchen, and you can see Mom in the kitchen, just busy doing stuff, paying you no mind whatsoever. You've been in situations before where you've been around the adults and everything, and as long as you play your cards right and freeze up at the right times, there's really it's of no concern. Um, Mom and Dad are used to seeing the toys just sitting out laying around anyway. And one of the parents actually thinks Mom thinks the kids are both very creative, and that's why they do the things to these toys. They don't see it as a problem, right? They don't see it as any sort of mild psychosis or anything. It's totally normal. So she's busy in the kitchen. She's got a lit cigarette in the ashtray. She's making some cookies, and she's got the transistor radio going, and she's just jamming out, having a good old time in the kitchen. You see steps going towards the basement to your immediate left, right? Like, cause split levels, so they're right next to the stairs that you just came down from. And ahead of you, you see the most glorious living room that has the finest clear plastic covered leather furniture that you could ever imagine seeing. It's pristine, gorgeous, and the rug is a thick white shag, and there is a big, significantly large 30-inch TV in this living room. It's wonderful to see. And with an antenna, with a very large rabbit ear antenna on top of it. There's a bay window in the front that has some nice cushions, right? That people can sit in the bay window for some strange reason if they want. And the TV's like, right next to that. And then ahead of you, you see that the front door is actually open, but the screen door is closed. And there you see the sweet, sweet outside before you.
Ooh, screen door.
Through the screen.
Screen.
Like
is it like one of those typical 90s screen doors that's basically held in place with that really flimsy, like black rubber seal?
Yes, but then like it's got the really basic like door, like thing to open the door, which is like it's that flap you just press and it like clicks open. So it's like one little latch, like it's those teeny tiny screen door handles. You know what I'm talking about?
Okay, so the screen doesn't go all the way down to the bottom.
Oh no, it would not. It would be so. Okay. Yes, you would have like it's like in thirds almost, right? So you got the bottom solid panel, then you've got a screen, and then you got a screen on the bottom half, and then solid on the top. Because they would have to take that extra window piece out if they wanted to do the whole thing.
Yeah, okay. It's not gonna be as easy as charge.
Yeah.
Is this the kind of screen door like when you open it's like that kind of thing?
Oh, where it's like it makes the noise, like the creak noise. It could. I mean, it's possible. Depends on how well lubricated it is.
Well, okay.
I'll tell you what. Somebody can just roll a d6, and that'll determine how messed up this door will be.
I should not do it. This character has so many.
Well, this is just going to be a straight d6.
Oh, okay.
No matter who rolls it, so anybody can roll.
I'll do it. Yeah,
go for it.
What does a 3 do?
A
fail.
You recall that this thing is going to squeak because you remember being dragged in from the outside, dragged through the grass and dirt and everything, and like every time that door opened, it had that just really loud squealy creak.
I think the way I communicate this to everyone is that like my little chubby doll fingers like point at the screen door, and I do like nails to a chalkboard kind of like motion.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. I think everybody's probably I feel like Fisto would be the kind that would want you to speak, whereas like Birdie and Pog may better interpret your sign language probably. It's just kind of how I feel that would end up going based on the earlier reactions. So Yeah, so you see the screen door right there, and you see a route to the basement. Those are basically your two options right now. You're pretty far along. Pretty far along. What do you want to do?
I don't want to try this door more than going to the basement and kind of hoping for a way to get out there.
Mm-hmm.
Because we could just easily go down to the basement and then just get stuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True. And try to the screen door.
What? Yeah. What?
We could stack ourselves in front of the screen door and pop a hole
Yeah.
in the screen.
Mm-hmm.
Do we have a weapon that can do that?
Fisto.
I mean, I have the melted plastics. Yeah, I got the fist of Fisto and the plastic sword.
You have a sword.
That's like stuck in my other arm.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So if we can get up to the screen, I could use that to kind of like poke holes and make a hole for us to fall out of.
Yeah.
But we would need to get something to get up to that point.
Are there any shoes around?
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
you tell me.
Yeah, there's some stinky shoes.
Yeah. Those shoes aren't allowed on that white carpet in the living room.
Yeah,
I'll
so
tell
you've
you
got
that.
yes. So to that point, there is a series of boot mats that are completely like barely leaving a walking path to the screen door because there's so many boot mats everywhere with shoes scattered all across them so that not a single shoe dares touch that carpet. Because that is the one thing that truly Max and Mona know, that if they do that, their mother will take away everything that they care about. All the toys, all the everything, gone. Some of you maybe even vividly remember that one time when she gave the speech shortly after the carpet was installed, where she said, "Now I love you dears both, and you're my creatives, but I swear before the heavens above, if you go on this carpet, I will destroy everything that you care about, including all of these wonderfully, beautifully mutated toys that you create. Don't cross me. Okay, I'm going to make dinner." And that was pretty much the general gist of the
Cookies?
speech there.
The good old times when I had a face.
Yeah.
Brownie? Yeah. The olden days. when your fur on the outside wasn't so matted down either, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so you've got shoes, you've got dirty shoes on the mats. So there will be a couple rolls that will have to happen when you come up with the plan, because I imagine there will be some things in here that will not be things that your toy could do with ease. I will say though, if we think about the action of cutting a hole into the screen, Fisto already has a sword. He already has the means to do it. It's just there. So that would be something you would not need to roll to do, because he has the capability already to do it. If that helps track.
So we got to figure out a way to get Fisto up to the screen.
Absolutely.
Said hole.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well,
And if you think about like from you're gonna need an extra thing to stand on, because your combined height is not mighty.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you're a busted up ass Happy Meal toy, and them is a Duplo, so there's not a lot to work with here.
Yeah,
yeah, exactly, like a 3-block high Duplo. Or something.
Yeah.
Might have been 4 at one time. You never know.
Yeah.
But then they melted.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. 4 turned into 3.
Yeah, we could just try and drag a couple shoes over. Pog very much wants to push one of Mona's shoes onto the carpet before they leave.
Yes.
I will 100% allow that to happen. You might need a help action though from like somebody else to like give you a hand and help you get it on
That's
there because
fair.
it's a little bit heavy.
Fair. I'll ask for help.
So yeah, whomever chooses to help you can describe how you guys like pull it onto the carpet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's gonna help her out?
I was gonna say
Birdie?
Birdie. Yeah, Birdie can like zoom over and probably take a shoelace, like a loose shoelace, and try and like maybe wrap it around her one good hand, and then maybe pull the shoe, like try and drag it instead of push. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you start to
I'll go push
pull
from
it.
the other side.
There you go. Yeah. There you go. Teamwork.
Jury would have also accepted using your tongue to snap another part of it and pull as well.
Fair.
Two
fair.
pullers.
So yeah, you get this shoe onto the. Now let me ask you this: how's the shoe facing on the carpet?
Dirt down.
So the sole of the shoe down on the carpet.
Yep.
And as you like, it's almost like slow motion. As you flip it, you see this like stuck like fresh piece of gum, like all kinds of just nasty stuff on the bottom of this. Thankfully, no dog poop, but other things that are like some a little bit of mud, right, stuff like that, and it just flips, and you just watch with joy as it lands, tread down on the carpet. Yeah, so we'll allow that without any rolls. That seems you did it, you teamed up, so you're able to make that happen. But so now you've got to figure out what's your shoe of choice for you to start stacking up people to try to get through this door.
Is there any like boots or ones that have like thicker, like taller soles on them?
Birdie, are there boots? Are there any work boots?
Yeah,
Snow boots? Anything?
my initial thought was Dad's work boots, but then I thought maybe Mom would have like black patent leather boots that she wears out for girls' night. I'll let the group decide which boot we pull over and use.
Or those two dates that her and Dad go on like a year.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Their anniversary and New Year's Eve.
Day.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, Valentine's Day. Yeah, that works too.
Yeah, they stay in on Valentine's and have like a key party and stuff.
Yeah.
And the kids' bedroom doors get locked. Anyway. So yeah, what's the Fisto, what's the boot? Is it a work boot or is it a fancy patent black leather boot?
I'm gonna say it's a work boot.
Okay. All right. So you got yourself a nice Timberland work boot just kind of hanging out. A set of them, right? Pair of them. That you could feasibly move one into place. Who's gonna be doing that?
I mean,
Pog can move another shoe.
Yeah, I'd look at Pog and be like, "Want to try this one?" Do the same thing. Grab.
All right,
so yeah.
this is considerably larger than Mona's little shoe, right?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna need you both. I'm gonna need you both to roll, to do action rolls. So let me look at the total dice here real quick. So, Pog has 3 punishments. So that's just going to be that's a -1. You have 2 enhancements. That's a +2. But you don't have a weapon, right? Or do you? Do you have a weapon?
My tongue.
Okay, so
The
then
fractome.
you're gonna get to roll 3d6. And the goal being that you just have to get at least one success on those 3d6. Now let's go to
Okay.
Birdie real quick.
Mhm.
Birdie, you on the other hand have 4 and 1.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
So that's -2 and +1. So you kind of wash it out. So you're like of no help. You cannot perform this action. So it's really going to be all on Pog at this point, unfortunately.
I had one success.
Wonderful.
Nice.
So yeah, so describe how this goes if Pog's really the one driving this thing, and you like, because I envision you see Birdie like trying so hard.
My
looking
wheels
so
just
serious about it.
spinning.
Yeah.
So Pog had been, because Pog is putting their head like on the back of the shoe to just like trudge forward with, and they'll kind of look around and see Pog's wheels spinning, and they'll sigh, and then they'll just slam their head into the back of the shoe and try to get more momentum going forward. And when they're done, they'll kind of just shake their head and be a little like cross-eyed for a sec, like that really hurt.
Nice. Yeah, you're able to get that shoe into that boot into place. Now, I think it's safe to say that you would need this boot to be standing to then climb on in order to get the right height that you would need.
Mm-hmm.
And so you have one of two. I give you one of two options, actually. You can just reach the screen if you left the boot lying, like not standing up. And then, because I would assume it's just like if you're dragging it, like the likelihood of it actually staying standing the entire time is probably not very likely, right? So it's starting in a not standing position, so it's flipped on its side. Now, if all of you stack up on top of each other, you could just Fisto could just barely cut through that screen and manage to like start to pull himself up and over, and potentially the rest of you in some way, shape, or form, if the boot is laying down. If the boot is standing up, however, you would probably need just one of you plus Fisto, and Fisto would have easy access to the screen, and then you would just have to climb up the boot respectively, and then have somebody help kind of pull you up over. So that's kind of how I would envision the scenarios of escape to go.
I do have a question. So what if Froggy went inside the boot and made the, like, if I did that, because he's a stuffed animal, like, could it make the inside of like the long part of the boot more straight?
I mean, if you say that's what you would like to do in order to enable that, sure, but I don't know that this would be something you could do with ease, and I would need you to roll an action.
You know what? Let's try it out. If that's everyone's okay with that.
Sure.
Okay. Yeah.
This is a one-pager one-shot. I don't think anybody's going to object.
Yeah. Sure. Okay. So I have 4 punishments, or does it matter if I have to do that?
So, yeah. So you have. So you don't have any weapons, though, do you?
Technically, like the little wheels on me.
Okay, so that's going to give you. That's actually going to give you. So you have -2 in the punishments. You have +2 in the enhancements, but you also have a weapon, so that's an extra +1. So you get to roll. You get to roll a total of. If I'm mathing correctly here. And we had Birdie's zeroed out completely where she couldn't even roll something, then you would have just one standard die to roll.
Sure. Okay.
And tell me what you get.
5.
Nice, you got a success. This is great.
Yeah.
Now, to be fair, any player has to get more than one fail to trigger a bad event. Okay, to trigger a visit from one of the twins. So as long as nobody gets more than one fail, you guys will be good. So, yeah, tell me about getting into this boot. How's that look?
Yeah, so I would imagine like maybe there's like a little zipper, right? So there's like little tiny flaps, and so my little doll hands are just slowly just edging towards up the little flaps, and I just have you ever seen like something like really gelatinous just like go into like a tube or something? So it's like
Yeah.
this muffin top just slowly just like oozing into the
Yeah.
into the boot, and
Yeah.
you just see it just like fill out and more
Yeah.
straight for them to climb. So that's
Okay.
how it's done.
Okay. So now the boot is up on it. It's standing up, and Froggy is in the boot.
Hmm.
Okay. Um. So what? Yeah. So what do you guys want to do? So like, who's climbing up? Somebody climbing up on the boot. Like what is Fisto thinking? As because Fisto, you're the guy that's going to get through the screen. So
Yeah.
what are you thinking?
I'm thinking that it's looking somewhat stable, and I'm going to try and give it a try.
Okay. I feel that you. I would. Let's see. So you have. So it's a. Since the punishment is only a half, because it takes 2 to be a negative die. Then you have an enhancement. You can roll. You have an enhancement and a weapon. So because your enhancement is a weapon, so that's actually an extra bonus. So you have 3d6 to roll to just get 1 success. Now, if you get a 6, though, it's important to clarify, and I'm sorry if I didn't mention this before. If you get a 6, that's a success with a bonus. So it's extra special.
All right. Well, I didn't do it on the first one.
Okay.
I did it on the second one. Wait, there is it. Haha, it's a 5.
Nice. You want to try to roll to see if you can get a 6 just for the hell of it?
Would I lose the 5?
Nope, you don't. You don't lose
right.
the 5.
Fair question.
Well, it was another 5 anyway.
Okay, great. Yeah, so you have no problem at all. Like everybody else watches you and you're like, man, see, yeah, this is why Fisto's the greatest. Like, and you're just like with your fist. I mean, it's probably, well, actually you did. Why don't you describe it? Because I'm envisioning how I would think it would go. Why don't you describe it? How you're climbing up this thing?
Well, I'm just gonna, put fist down, pull up, use sword to poke, and kind of balance up, and,
nice.
like hobble myself up to positioning.
Gotcha. So I would envision that, like, yeah, being on top of the boot is that you're essentially stepping on Froggy and the edge of the boot. So
Okay.
like you feel like the softness of Froggy under one foot, but then the stability of the edge of the boot on the other foot. And you're let's see. You know what? Why don't we make it random? Give me a flip a coin or do the D2. Heads is 1, tails is 2.
All right.
And then tell me what you
odds. Odds are 1, evens are tails.
get. Yep.
Tails.
Wonderful. So, with that, you were able to, because tails was what I was calling in my head, because that's what I've been doing for all the D2s and stuff, right? So tails means that you actually, if you go on your tippy toes, you can cut the bottom of that screen. So you can at least open it from where you're standing. It will require some teamwork to get people out, but you can at least cut that open without having to have somebody underneath you.
Well,
in addition to
I'm
what
gonna
you're doing.
Do my little sword pokey thing until it's open.
Yep. So you carve the corner of that screen, and it's so taut that it just sort of like springs away from itself a little bit and sort of curls outward. And you cut enough so at the, like, based on your level of reach, you cut enough that would probably fit everybody but Froggy, because Froggy's kind of bigger, right? Just based on what he is. So you've cut a hole big enough where anybody, like, yeah, everybody is able to get out, so long as they can get up the boot and out. So who's next?
Birdie will try and ride up the boot, I guess.
Okay. Are you getting like a head start, or what are you doing? What are you thinking?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
I'm imagining, probably like a head start and try and jump up on the toe of the boot, and then.
I feel like it's like giving half pipe vibes, right?
Yeah.
So
Mm-hmm.
let's see. Depending on when it is in the 90s, maybe like a Goldfinger song comes on in the background as soundtrack music while you're heading towards the some really good ska punk comes on in the background as you're heading towards this boot to go up it.
Mom's transistor radio in the
exactly
kitchen. Yeah.
And she's like she's like dancing along to it because she thinks back to the time when she used to go out to clubs and skank to old ska music and just get drunk before she met her husband, and he ruined her life, aka gave her 2 wonderful beautiful kids.
Right.
And so she's doing her thing, the music's cranking, and I would love for you. But let's see though, because you're still in a position where you're kind of negated yourself out here, huh?
I'm so screwed up. Yeah. So
well, okay. You're getting ready to start to rev up. I'm gonna allow the opportunity for Pog to maybe step in and be the voice of reason, potentially, knowing what took place earlier with the dragging of the shoe, and allow the opportunity for coming in to help potentially. If you so, and what would helping look like? Because then if you help, we can give a die over to Birdie to roll with.
Fair to get up the boot.
Exactly. Yeah.
So Pog will kind of hobble over, and then their tongue is just gonna unroll out of their mouth.
Yes,
and they'll
I was
be
hoping
like,
you would say
grab
this.
it. It's so bad. And then it'll be like a horse and carriage, like trying to go up their tongue will hang out from behind.
Can I wrap it like around the handlebars of the dirt bike like one time, just as a grip?
Yeah.
For
okay,
sure.
so you'll get so then Birdie's gonna get to roll 1d6 as a help action, or as a result of the help action, and then let's see, Pog is going to have what looks like, you had a weapon though, right? 2?
Yes.
So you're gonna get 3. 1, 2, 2, 3. Yeah, you're gonna get 3d6 to get a success on. Just let me know if you get a 5 or a 6, which one that would be. And then Birdie gets 1.
Birdie rolled a 2 on that dice.
Amazing.
That is 6.
Nice.
Oh, thank goodness. So
it was a 1 and a 2 on my others.
so this is how nice. So this is how I envision this happening. You're like so Pog is making their way up the boot, right? And everything's going great, and the music's cranking. You guys are all psyched. You're like, yeah, we're gonna make it. And then at the very last minute, at the very last second, like Birdie gets caught on part of like the boot, and is like, I'm stuck, and like your tongue's starting to stretch as you're managed to get up to the top of the boot next to Fisto, and you're like, and with all your might, you pivot one time, and you free up Birdie, and she flies up into the air. And Birdie, give me a coin flip or a D2. You want to get tails, so you want to get an even or a 2, however you're doing it. Yeah.
2.
Yeah. So you fly up through because you got a success with a bonus on your 6 that you rolled, Pug. Masterfully, you all see Birdie fly out the opening of the screen door as she breaks free to freedom.
Am I flying over Fisto like Free Willy? Like...
Yeah, exactly. And you're like your Happy Meal toy face is just like in a frozen state of shock.
Yeah.
You're like, I can't believe this actually worked. I thought I was so fucked, and now I'm flying out to freedom. This is amazing.
Uh-huh.
And you make your way out. and but we'll say that you get out, but then like you're kind of like you're sort of stuck hanging on the outside. So like
On the
you could
outside of the
potentially
screen, or
yeah, like on
Okay,
the outside
okay.
of the door. So like
Got it,
you're
got
at
it,
the
got it. Okay.
you're hanging on the edge of where the screen would be into the door there, right?
Yeah. Mhm.
You're just kind of hanging there, and you're
Mhm.
kind of like you're sort of stuck, like you haven't quite gotten yourself all the way free yet, but
Got it.
you are tasting the sweet taste and smelling the sweet smell of freedom
Got it.
before your very eyes.
Mhm.
And then yeah, Pog is up on top of the boot, and so is Fisto. And Froggy is in the boot. What are you guys doing?
Well, got to figure out how we're gonna get Froggy out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah, Froggy didn't think of that one. He just wanted to help his friends.
The only idea I've thought of is we can have Froggy, if they can move their arms and try and like grab onto Pog's tongue, and then if we can weight Pog on the other side, kind of like pull Froggy or give a little bit of a momentum up. That's all
I'm game. Yeah. I'd say my little like doll baby hands out, just like waiting to grab it.
I feel like but I feel like for that to really like you're going to need a decent amount of weight in order to pull him free. So it might, you know what I mean? So like I think it's possible, but it might require like the combination of you and Fisto to see that through.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then because then if you start to head your way out, then you've already got Birdie on the other side, which is additional weight, right? So ultimately, maybe you could make something work. Just
someone could hop in my saddle.
Oh, please let it be Fisto.
I mean, okay.
Saddle up.
Saddle up and let's go fisting.
and there is the audio sample.
That's the t-shirt. That's the t-shirt. Saddle up, let's go fisting.
First piece of merch. Saddle up and let's go fisting. All right.
Yeah.
Let's talk about this.
Pog will just kind of just drape their tongue like over Froggy's hands and be like, grab it, grab it, grab it, grab it.
You know how like babies, like they just have this weird, just like they just like have all the fingers just like go out, like cupping in and out. That's like what I'm doing, like waiting for it. Yeah.
You do grab it.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then as soon as you grab it, Pog is just going to try and like just boop out the other side and just fall on the other side of the door.
Okay. So you have Fisto with you. So I think it's appropriate that some action rolls happen here. So how many dice did you roll again that you had last time? Was it 3?
3.
3? Okay. Each of you roll 3d6 and let's see how many successes you get if you get them.
I'm going to roll the special D6s this time. Oh,
I did not pass.
Oh, shit. Okay. No. All right.
Hold on. I want the big D6s. There they are. All right. 2 red and 1 silver. That would be 1 success.
Nice.
Wait,
nice.
1.
Okay. Yeah. So Pog, you make your way up. And you see like your eyes just get above the edge of the door and you can see the outside. You're like, oh my God, this is so great. And then you start to fall. And you don't quite make it. Fisto, on the other hand, takes that good old fist and just latches on. And you can make your way to the so you're latched on, so you can get out, and it's just a matter of what you like. If you want to still like kind of hang, you can hang on one side or the other, right? You know what I mean? So you can say like, oh, do I want to help the others get out, or do I want to go on the other side and see, and because you can see.
Well, I was gonna say, is it possible to catch them before they fall?
You can roll
like,
an action to try to do so.
Skewer that, yeah, kind of like skewer them in the least painful place with the plastic sword.
Oh.
Yeah, see, roll 3d6. Love this.
Yes, and it's with a 6.
Son of a bitch.
Nice.
Right, okay. So here we go.
There we go. Yeah.
All right.
A 2, a 3, and a 6.
With a success with a bonus, and knowing that we have Froggy attached to Pog, Froggy might be able to get out of this without having to roll a damn thing here, the way this is going. So, Fisto, why don't you describe with glory and grand scale how you have managed to save Pog from imminent death, or imminent, or not death, but a really bad fall, we'll say. And then we can then go down the chain of how Froggy gets pulled out.
Well, when they were going to fall through, I said, "All right," jumped out of the saddle, grabbed the ledge with the fist, saw them falling, skewed out with the plastic sword, like trying to get them in a non-vital area. I mean, they're a toy; they don't have vital areas, but snag them in the arm or something, and then swing them over out the window, out the screen door, and then just kind of push myself out behind them.
Nice. I feel like I feel like you would have gotten your sword right in between where the only two Duplos that would separate, and you kind of wedge in there.
Yeah.
Where it doesn't make Pog like fall like split apart, and you successfully, both of you get out, and as you fall, as you like make your way through, you catch Birdie, and Birdie also frees up from being stuck right on the outside. So now we're in this situation where Pog, you're not, so like Fisto, we can say that you're like you can be unstuck if you want from Pog, or you can still be stuck to Pog. But Pog is going to be hanging on the outside of the door because her tongue is still attached to Froggy. Froggy, you feel yourself like slowly getting pulled out from the boot, right? And you feel yourself getting pulled out, and you're like, and it's like thunk, as your like squishy, waterlogged body slides up the door, and then it sits crammed in the opening of the screen because it's not quite big enough for you to get through. So now, Pog, if you can envision this, you're hanging there, but by now you've gotten down almost to the, like, your foot base of your Duplo is almost touching the cement slab, right in front of the front door, but not quite, because your tongue's still attached to Froggy because he's stuck in the screen. This is the last piece. No toy left behind. If that's the way you're playing it, then how does Froggy get free from the screen? And it could be a Froggy thing. It could be a Pog thing. It could be a combination of anything.
You see Pog like struggle busting, like tiptoe dancing, like I can't yet. I think I need help.
Birdie is willing to help, but with the rate that this is going, she's gonna, she'll come over and, like say, like, grab a hold of my board, and just try and like pull Pog.
Okay. I feel like like pulling is an action that you could do with ease, so that wouldn't even require a roll necessarily.
Okay.
So that you're trying to help pull, which is good. But ultimately still, with him being stuck, I think what we need to understand is what could Froggy do from where he's at, or what could Fisto do to provide an additional assist? Because Fisto, you could either be still like your sword wedged into wedged into Pog, or you could be free and just like kind of standing down on the slab, like looking what's going on.
So I guess I'm going to give the good old stab and fist double express here, where I think I'm on the outside of the door and I kind of put both my feet on it and I grab with my other hand and I just kind of lean back and do the pulling thing.
Okay.
Trying to pull them like up,
like
mountain climber on the rope, but
Yep. I'm tracking. So yeah, why don't give me another set of your 3d6 based on your capabilities there.
All right. That's one success with a 5.
Okay. So you pull Emma, or I'm sorry, you pull Pog down to where Pog is able to finally touch the slab, and then moments after that, a waterlogged Froggy comes falling down and lands on top of Pog. And Pog suffers no damage, but there is a moment of like, where am I? Everything's dark. What just happened? Kind of vibe.
Does the button go? So that's all she's surrounded by.
Yeah. Oh, let's say when he lands on you, you activate his voice box.
Yeah.
And what is
I was
Froggy
thinking
say?
about that. Yeah, so like
say?
It's like, I would say it's like all darkness for you, like wet sloshy darkness, and so it's like you're very close to the horrible sound box. And you just hear thank you for singing me more.
Just like flailing.
That's awesome. So then Froggy, you eventually get off of Pog, and all of the toys are free. You have freed yourself from your torture prison, from this house, from the twins, and you have nothing ahead of you but the wonderful happy ending that you so deserve. So going around the virtual room, what is each toy's happy ending? And they can be shared. They don't have to be. If you share it, then the other person is allowed to add another layer of happy onto it. Make up whatever the hell you want. Doesn't matter. It can be as outlandish as you want it to be.
Somebody else do it.
I'm gonna go the lone road. Like go down the sunset very slowly, just like dragging myself with a little baby hand. And I'm gonna go to the nearest mall where a Build-A-Bear workshop is, and just have lofty ambitions that some kid's gonna accept me in the big pile of teddy bears.
Oh.
Well, whether that actually works or not is up to the imagination.
Nice. Love that. Off into the sunset. Who's next? Froggy went solo.
I think I'm just going to totter off into down the road into the sunset. Look for a place where somebody will appreciate the sword pokey and the fisting fistos. Yeah, you know.
Yeah. I got you. And then like you see some like just to kind of close out on that, you see some kid, like some kid discovers you just like on the ground, maybe like half a block away from the house, and just and looks at you, and it's basically like a little kid version of comic book guy from The Simpsons. And he just looks down at you and goes, "Oh, sweet, a fisto with a sword. I don't think I've ever seen one of these. This is going to be great." And he takes it. You're going to be my new favorite toy. And he just takes you and like kind of puts you like in his front pocket so you can see ahead of you as he's like walking with you to your new home, where you will not be abused any longer, except for the occasional run-in with, unfortunately, Skeletor, because he does have a Skeletor doll. So
that's all right. Fisto used to be a bad guy before he was a good one.
so they can come up with an arrangement.
Yep.
Meh, I guess I'll leave you alone. And yeah, we've got Birdie and Pog.
Pog begins their long, arduous journey of auditioning main character energy toys until they find the best toy for them to be a sidekick for. Sometimes it comes off as a very weird, creepy encounter with Pog, and sometimes it's delightful.
I love that. That's awesome. That is awesome. And last but not least, what about Birdie?
Birdie's totally gonna roll herself down to the skate park, and at night under the lights when the kids are all in bed, she practices on the half pipes and on the rails and jumping off of the stairs at the skate park, to
nice,
hoping that a kid will pick her up and skate with her for the rest of her days.
Nice. And that slightly older kid that picks you up just so happens to end up getting a job at Activision and puts Birdie in as a secret character in Tony Hawk Pro Skater.
Nice.
So you've all successfully made it out, and we have just play tested Toys Must Escape. So you've never really done this before, so let's talk feedback. Positive, constructive, anything. Honesty is greatly appreciated. So what'd you guys think? What did you like? What could be done better? What can be improved upon?
I like the character creation. It was quick, snappy, and
Mm-hmm.
and it wasn't loaded up with a bunch of fluff. You got something, and even though it was random, it wasn't like you got anything that was suboptimal. Like everything was evenly useful.
Nice.
Yeah, even though it's like between 4 and 10 options for like the dice, it really felt like everyone had insanely different experiences creating their characters. So that's pretty good.
Yeah.
I can honestly see recreating this into like a trifold.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think it's a good beer and pretzels game.
Yeah. I agree with that.
Go ahead,
sorry.
I was gonna say the mechanic for success failure is familiar enough. If you've ever played a D6 dice pool system, it's essentially, it's very, very similar to Shadowrun, with 5 being successes, 5s and 6s being successes, but the bonus is unique to it. So that's also nice too. Not a hard system to digest and learn.
Nice.
Yeah, I liked the collaborating to build the escape room too, for lack of a better phrase, to build the house. I liked that we each added something that then added a layer to the story as well. I was thinking in terms of, could I play this with my friends who do not play TTRPGs? Yeah, totally. We would have a friggin' blast doing this at a girls' night. So, yeah.
I like that it seemed, it has a lot of versatility to it. You can kind of put it whatever feel you want. You could make it more of a funny, humorous thing. You could easily make it kind of a horror type theme with it too.
That would be cool.
So it's nice that you'd be able to put kind of different caps on it as well. So.
Yeah, because my thinking was, even with the enhancements, like you could have something that's like ridiculously like overbuffed too, to the point where it becomes like it's just so outlandish and ridiculous that it's successful at everything it does. But then if another toy is not successful at all, that could create some interesting dynamics.
Yeah.
Any constructive feedback of things that could be done to make it better? One thing that I will say that I noticed that I thought I feel like I might need to think a little bit more about the enhancements or the punishments piece of things, only because I feel like having a character created where out of the gate you almost can't do many, if any, actions like outside of what your toy could do feels like a little bit like handicapped too much from the start, maybe, is what I kind of noticed. But what do you guys, any constructive stuff that you guys think could be improved upon?
I mean, having 4 out of 6 punishments was tough in terms of character create, like figuring out what my character was looking like in my head.
Mm-hmm.
But it was also fun. But if I had,
Yeah.
you know, if I would have started with 5 of 6, I don't know what the heck I would have.
Right.
I would have done, like if Birdie didn't have a head, you know, or she had a completely different part or something. Yeah.
Like, I think you could probably do, you know, like up to 4 punishments, but maybe like, I don't know. Because I kind of like, it was a good challenge. So I'm kind of like, you know, back and forth on it because it was like a nice challenge. Like everyone else was like talking. I'm like looking at like the 4. I'm like, my God, like what do I do to this poor toy?
Yeah.
So it's like, it was a fun challenge. So like, at least for me, like I liked it. Yeah. I don't know. I think, um, I think probably the only thing I would just say, like, if you were to take another stab at it after playtesting, I just think layout because I have I don't know, I have a very hard time with busy, which I love like busy artwork, but when it comes to busy text, that's where it's like you know, I feel like it's a little difficult for me to read or like because I saw like, you know, step 1, step 2,
process the info.
Yeah, and I'm like looking back and forth. So it took me a second to kind of like, oh, like I got used to like the layout, but I think taking another stab at it, I think would be really nice.
Yeah, I think to that point, the like what I was trying to go after, like the Grant Howitt 1-page RPGs sort of design schematic that he has, which is like it's full of handwriting and it's really small, and like you really got to hone in and like take it piece by piece. And so that's kind of what inspired the layout. Not to say it couldn't be modified or changed, because I do want to modify it, and I'd love to be able to even put like maybe somewhere. That's why I like your idea of the trifold, to maybe be able to put like a cartoonish version of the twins in there as well as an extra visual, right? But yeah, no, that's good feedback. I think layout could definitely be improved. Sorry, I think I cut somebody off if someone else was going to say something.
Oh, I was going to say, when Ben started to say that, I just now realized that it's reading left to right instead of in a column. For some reason, my brain automatically thought step 1, step 4, step 6. That was 1, 2, 3, and it's not. Definitely not. So yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. Anything else?
This is an idea. This isn't a critique or anything. This is just an idea to save room for yourself, because giving a little bit of breathing room between each step, I think, might be really good. I don't know if everyone else agrees with this or not, but maybe step 6 for enhancements. You could, because like your toys that you're punished, so maybe like getting rid of enhancements and just keeping it, you know, just simpler might be nice. But I get like having enhancements gives you plus modifiers, but it's just, you know, I'm just trying to find ways where you can just save a little bit of room and condense.
Gotcha. Yeah, I think from like, I think if the layout, like there could be something to be said for like shifting that layout to like a trifold type of concept, where it could be lined up a lot easier and more straightforward, where it's like, you know, your description, your character build, and then how to play, and just like columns on 3 panels. And then you could even have like the things where it says like the bonus add-ons and that kind of stuff. Like that could just be on a back panel. That doesn't have to be on the front. That could be the bonus content or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like to keep it more to allow for more space and flexibility.
And here's something else. Like I'm just always gonna grandstand Mothership, but like there's like this the shipment or like this derelict ship mechanic where like you have a whole bunch of D6s and you can like roll up to like 10 plus D6s and just roll it, and you can like the players and yourself can just put them all together in a certain shape, and all the numbers mean different rooms, and you can determine what the rooms make. So it's like the whole back page, that could be a collaborative thing that the players like could roll d6s and they just mash up the rooms however they want of the layout of the house. So just, that's just something you could do for like the whole back, the layout of the house.
Nice. I like that. Anything else? And generally it seemed like everybody had a fun in some capacity, so that's good. That worked out.
Oh yeah, 1,000%.
Yeah, fun was definitely had.
I saddle up and let's go fisting. I gotta write that shit down. That is.
I picture it in the "Keep Calm and Carry On" poster version.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Says, yeah.
If you don't think I'm not going to put something together in Canva by the time the weekend hits and throw something out there as a graphic, it will happen. And then the other, oh my gosh, and then the best part is when Kara and Chris were like, "What happened in that game?" That's going to be great. I'm going to love that.
Oh my gosh.
And is it Fiston with an apostrophe afterwards?
I would think so.
Yeah. That's what it feels like to me as well. Awesome. Well, seriously, I can't thank you guys enough for being willing to give this a shot. And giving feedback and both positive as well as constructive. I greatly appreciate it. I have some really quick. I have some one-pager title ideas. Some are kind of vague and some are very much with intent of what it is. Because I just thought they sounded cool in my head, so now I got to figure out how do I turn these into things. So this will be the last thing I will share with you for this evening. So the first one I had was superhero intern as like a potential one-page idea. Or you could also say super spy intern as well. I think either one would work. And that could be something as simple as like, oh, you've got you guys, everybody, the players would all be interns for a specific superhero or super spy and have to carry out their specific tasks, but then be like obstructed by other interns of maybe perhaps of villains, right? And then I had bring your kid to work, because randomize what the work is, like the job and everything, and it'd be like this really really weird stuff. And then I had because I heard this in it was some kind of like sci-fi show or movie or something, and it was like a lot of crazy shit was happening. It was like just your average Tuesday. So if that was a title, but it's nothing but average, or using like a Clerks reference of like I wasn't even supposed to be here today, like that kind of thing. And what sort of things happen to your characters in that type of scenario. But yeah, I feel I want to try to knock out a couple more one pagers before I start anything really bigger. Which I'm leaning in the direction of actually trying to come up with. I want to write an adventure for the Father Fog game. That's what I want to do.
Nice, yeah.
And then send it to Tuesday Night Games and get feedback or see what they think about it. And
get the little logo at the bottom.
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing that too. Yeah.
That's my short-term goal. And I really I can't stress enough, and no shade on the enjoyment of D&D, but I can't stress enough how awesome it was to see how many people commented on my TikTok video, and most of them did not go to anything Wizards of the Coast at Gen Con, and we're all talking about all the independent publishers that they were going to spend time with. That was really cool.
Yeah.
That was good. That was awesome. Good to see. Yeah. but I won't get started down that road of rants because that could go on for a
I
while.
can rant on Wizards of the Coast for hours.
Yes.
Yeah. But anyways, thanks guys for playing. I greatly appreciate it.
Yeah.
I'm glad you had a good
Yeah.
time. I think we're back to princesses next week.
Yes.
So that'll be good.
I think so too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
I think we'll be good to go. And I haven't thought yet if I'll make this like a random bonus content one or something that'll just throw in at some point in the podcast. We'll see where it lands, or if it's just the next like one that pops up in the series. Because we're ahead a little bit, right? So I might throw this out as an extra one
Okay.
in the future. So
Yeah, cool.
awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thanks, y'all. Have a good evening
Yep.
and have a nice weekend.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you.
See you guys later.
Thanks.
Yep.
Good night.
Later.
Take care. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Well, we hope you enjoyed Toys Must Escape, the one-pager tabletop role-playing game. A Bill Plays RPGs game brought to you by Mage Sphere Publishing. If you want to try it for yourself, you can go download it from itch.io. Thanks so much for listening, and see you again soon.